Let's see what our old friend Matt Powell has been up to since I ripped into him last week. This video is titled, "This Dinosaur Grave Contains Proof of the Bible." Press X to doubt. Let's begin.
In the center of the United States, we find hundreds and hundreds of dinosaur graveyards. Now, each one of these dots that you see represents a graveyard that contains sometimes hundreds of thousands of fossils.
These dots that are covering whole swaths of the Midwest. Look at freaking Utah here, just covered in this blue. There's areas of southern Canada and Montana hit with this green. The colors, we don't have a guide here, but if the colors indicate the species, and this shows an extent of where they're found, it looks like just population zones of various species, something we'd pretty well expect to find, especially when you got groups here, 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 outliers over here. Um, you know, this is what you'd expect for stuff that was hanging around on a topographically different, not so different, but still different enough world, millions of years ago.
How big of a wave would it take from the oceanic coast to reach the center of the United States to be able to bury hundreds of thousands of dinosaurs with sea life and crustaceans all in one event?
Okay, well, you're not at all showing any sea life buried with these. You're just showing a single dinosaur fossil specimen. And it's begging the question to say that, automatically say that, oh, how big of a wave would that take? Because again, you're automatically jumping to your conclusion of Noah's flood, ironically ignoring and outright rejecting the asteroid impact that caused, formerly known as the KT boundary. I think it's KPE now. I'm not 100% on the renaming. I always forget it. But, the dinosaur extinction 65, 66 million years ago that would have caused pretty nice tsunamis that even then could account for some of what you see, but I'm going to have to say press X to doubt here. I think this is all just loaded statements and lies.
What event could cause a wave so huge that it would hit the center of the United States? Only Noah's flood can explain this evidence within.
Also, this weird duality that Noah's flood was like a dam breaking all across the world, which makes no sense, by the way of physics. Not that the flood makes any sense in physics, but the water just, coming like it would have. Well, they've got their models where, it rose from the deep and then it broke from the sky, and yet it's simultaneously calm enough to preserve individual raindrops. It makes no sense. Even when they try to make it make sense, it just makes less sense.
In these graveyards, we find that the dinosaurs died in an asphyxiated position.
Oh yeah, the dinosaur death position. They all drowned. It was asphyxiation. It couldn't have been any other thing like ligaments tensing up and the natural changes in the body as death takes hold. It couldn't be any other process as, actual scientists have been, studying. Nope, it's got to be just, they drowned, because everything that drowns looks like that. You don't see drowned things looking any other way. I have to stress for some people that this is sarcasm. Some people cannot read into things well, or they read into things too much. It's never the right amount of reading into something.
Died from drowning. Let me ask you a question. What would cause 1,000,000 square miles, catch this, 1,000,000 square miles of dinosaurs to be encapsulated and protected by one flood?
Okay, again, presuming automatically that it was a flood, what would cause, just come on, Matt. This shit's so front-loaded. This plane's so damn front-loaded. It's flying straight through to China. I don't know. I was trying to come up with a joke. Can't come up with one. Exposure to Matt Powell completely shorts my brain. This man instantly makes me just want to do anything else but cover his fucking videos. But I'm doing this because I felt like doing a bonus. Again, large concentration here in an area where, I don't even know the geologic details, honestly, but it just makes sense that there had to have been some particular trait about this area that would have helped with preservation and us finding fossils. Because you gotta think there's going to be plenty of stuff here, there, everywhere else that just hadn't been found in as mass a group. And if the world was covered and all under the same conditions, why aren't we finding the same kinds of fossil, graveyards, quote unquote, everywhere? And again, why don't we ever find human fossils in with those? In fact, why don't we ever find modern Homo sapien fossils? It's funny, we never find those, but we find them for all kinds of other primitive creatures, but not stuff that exists currently, save for types that haven't actually changed for ridiculous amounts of time, like horseshoe crabs. It makes you think.
We find in one of the graves 10,000 adult Maiasaura. They didn't have any young with them. What that means is they saw the flood coming most likely and they dashed away. They left everything behind, their eggs and their young behind, and they were all buried together in the center of the United States as well.
Citation needed. You just say that. Prove it, boyo.
Bible says, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. Notice
Don't give a shit.
it says the entire world perished. It's such a powerful case that we have for Noah's flood. Now, the
No, you don't.
evolutionists and the atheists insist that the way that these dinosaurs died was through an asteroid, and it supposedly wiped out the dinosaurs. Well, get this, an asteroid.
He did not just seriously throw up this. I know you idiots deny even the possibility of climate change, but you need to really reconsider the level of material, the ejecta from the Chicxulub impact, from that event, and how that would have affected global temperatures, global light levels. It wasn't just it hit right in here and wiped out everything. No. It created what the first thought that comes to mind is nuclear winter, in effect, that would have really, really screwed up the ecosystems globally. Hence, only your relatively smaller creatures surviving, because they have the lowest energy needs versus the larger ones. What's going to survive better? Some little rat-like thing scavenging for food where it can, or some big-ass tyrannosaur that's got to eat a whole other damn animal a day just to keep going? Just saying.
Through an asteroid.
I mean, this is seriously some ignorant shit right here. Some willfully ignorant bullshit.
And it supposedly wiped out the dinosaurs. Well, get this, an asteroid that struck 2,000 miles away from the heart of the kill zone is responsible for the death of these dinosaurs?
Yeah. Look up the KT event. Just read up on it. It's just a basic primer that explains the after effects of that impact. Maybe then it'll make sense to you, but I question your actual ability to read, Matt, because I'm beginning to wonder if people like you and Kent are actually literate at all.
Would that make any sense? Inside of these dinosaurs, we find preserved blood cells.
Oh God, he keeps on going on this. I wish Mary Schweitzer had the ability to outright sue everyone who misrepresents her work and the work of her team, her colleagues, and others who have done particular research in this field for misrepresenting it the way they do. And the fact that you idiots have been told repeatedly that the way you push this out, the way you speak of this, is completely wrong, and yet you still do it, shows how just horribly dishonest you fuckers are.
Now you have to ask the question, could blood last for 65 million years? We find that they died from drowning as well. If you look at the blood cells, they're positioned in a way that shows that they died from drowning.
Oh, wow. So not only do necks position in a certain way when you drown, but your blood positions in a way. What the fuck are you even trying to say, Matt? Good lord, this is like my fourth time trying to do this, and I thought there was no meat on this video, but oh man. What a masterclass in stupid this is, Matt.
Just beautiful.
And you know what sucks is, these guys always do a number on me. Being exposed to this idiocy is not healthy at all. And my brain keeps on wanting to follow Matt up with Dillahunty because I've generally followed Matt Dillahunty since I became a proper outspoken atheist. And Matt Powell is a relatively new addition to my repertoire of names and all this. And it feels like, oh, I gotta make sure I don't say Matt Dillahunty, that I say Matt Powell. Not that I don't think not that I think I have, but it's like there's that much of an impact from hearing these idiots, being exposed to these lying fucks, that it just begins to make me doubt my own thinking abilities. And rightfully so, given the damage that's done by being exposed to these clowns. Hope you appreciate it, because I am definitely not doing myself any favors by watching these videos.
Photos here that show us. And again, atheists believe that dinosaurs lived 65 million years ago. Well, is that really plausible?
Yeah, because that's what happened. That's when they were around. And, prior to that. But not after, save for small avians that we now know as birds. Their descendants are birds. Love me some bird. That was a magic moment when I realized that birds are dinosaurs. Because it didn't click with me. But then when I, learned the concept of monophyly and how things go, it's like, holy shit, birds are dinosaurs. Holy shit. And I thought it was so cool. And now I want a pet bird. But they're a little noisy, depending on what kind you get. A lot noisy. And they're expensive, and they're very sensitive to respiratory things. So I kind of want to bide my time until I'm in the best possible position to get a pet bird. But I think that'd be awesome.
Suggest that blood lasted in the ground for 65 million years. Why is it that we find blood cells? Why is it that we find histones, bone cells, nerve cells? We even find collagen inside of dinosaur bones. Collagen is the soft material that's inside of your bones.
Soft material inside your bones would be the marrow. Collagen is a different type of bony. Well, that's cartilage. I'm thinking of collagen as... Isn't collagen in your skin? It's not even in your bones. Man, fuck. What is he even trying to say? I am getting stupider every second I watch this. Let's power through, guys. I know in the comments y'all will provide corrections to the stuff he says and any mistakes I make, and I love that. I genuinely do. Because it's not a matter of you correcting me to be a jerk or anything. It's a matter of you ensuring that the most accurate articulations of the facts can be presented in a way that other people consuming the video content, should they choose to look in the comments, will see. And helping me sharpen my own self in the hopes that I'll be able to remember and be able to pull that information that you provide as an update. If that makes sense. I don't know, man. Are y'all feeling okay? Because this much exposure to Matt Powell, not good.
Is soft material going to last in deep time for millions of years? Dinosaur surprise, scientists find collagen inside of a 195 million year old bone. For now, scientists are still trying to figure out how these protein fragments really managed to last so long in the first place.
Well, collagen is a protein, so I guess it could be pretty much wherever within reason. I just always associate it with the skin, or at least I believe I associate it with the skin. This man got me doubting myself now. I'm losing my mind.
Well, let me tell you, they didn't last millions of years because they didn't die out millions of years ago. We find intact organs, not just blood cells, but intact organs of dinosaurs that existed in the recent past.
Oh, so now we're finding whole fucking organs. No, we're not. You're lying.
Think about that.
Also, this we. You ain't doing any goddamn science, Matt. You're sitting there in your cushy-ass little church, in your prissy-ass wherever the fuck you live, now that you moved away from sucking Ken Hoven's cock, and you're living the good life, lying to people for profit. You feel proud of yourself? What a piece of shit.
This one is called Skippy. He's supposedly 113 million years old, but yet he has intestines that are intact, colon intact, liver intact, muscles intact, and a windpipe intact.
He looks pretty damn flattened to me, and I'm pretty sure that's all just straight up fossil structure. That what you've got is the permineralized, how do I describe it, impression of those organs, and certainly not actual tissue to any appreciable degree beyond that which may potentially have been preserved via the same methodologies as suspected in the Schweitzer studies that you incorrectly cite earlier.
Is it
Oh, and that guy goes, This is funny, you're trusting your science from a preacher instead of actual fucking scientists. Okay then. That's why you're a fucking dumbass. That's why you idiots voted against your own best interests. And that's why you're gonna hopefully realize in the next 4 years that you done fucked up. Although I question if you are, because you sure as hell didn't learn from COVID how bad you fucked up.
plausible to suggest that somebody's liver could last for millions of years? Is that plausible? No. It is implausible. Amen, Brother Tim. Amen.
Is it plausible that someone died and then came back? No, because death is an irreversible fucking state. So, your story's full of shit. The straw man you're making up about all of this is bullshit. The actual facts, they don't lie. And they perpetually point out to everything you believe being a lie. And that's just beautiful.
We find a mummified nodosaur. It weighed 2,500 of its original 3,000 pounds, and it still has intestines.
Citation needed.
Intestines that were intact. Incredible. The scientists believe that it was swept to sea by a flooding river, sank, landed on its back, and pressed into the ocean floor. Noah's flood truly did happen. And we find as well...
Oh good, he shut himself up. Oh man. So, we're finding whole fucking just soft, cushy, cuddle up with it, mummified remains now. Right. I'm not saying scientists hadn't found some interesting shit, but I'm certain, like everything creationists say, it has been completely misinterpreted and manipulated to try to support their idiocy. And of course, they never just outright reject those scientific findings, because they can be manipulated to fit within their beliefs and the propaganda they're trying to spew. But when anything via the same methodologies comes up that clearly contradicts what's in their magic book of bullshit, they just cry nuh-uh and hand wave it away. It's beautiful hypocrisy. That being said, thanks for watching. Thought I'd give y'all a short video. Just have some fun with it. Fuck Matt Powell, fuck Kent Hovind, fuck creationism, fuck former President Carrot, the whole 9 yards. A man with strong opinions. I share them. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. If you do like it, though, hit like on the video, subscribe. If you're feeling charitable, there's donation links down below. I'm just rambling at this stage. Later.